Hello and welcome back to Jikoronpa. In the previous episode, things certainly occurred. Hikari continued to be her delusional self after the reveal of Fuka just being a nobody. Hikari lost it because if she was going to be part of somebody, she wanted to be part of somebody special, not some nobody. Like you. But she said that she killed Mauen, and obviously I was alive because, I control Hikari and I know she didn't do anything, and we just proved that to be true, and she admitted it. Oh, sorry guys, it was a little silly. And then afterwards, we continued on the train of thought, and apparently, Mauen wasn't poisoned because the symptoms that she showed were not compatible with the symptoms that foxglove poison would have given her. So now I'm very, very confused. It ended with a discussion of the cards, how the Mauen ended up with a curse, and Ryu revealed that he had a blessed card and he had the power to switch two people's cards, and he switched Kazuki's and Shuki's, which is why Kazuki's card changed on him. And we know now that Shuki's current card she is holding, I'm pretty sure it's a curse. I'm not sure if it's actually, it wasn't really, I don't think it was top of whether it was curse or blessed, but I actually know it kind of it has to be blessed because um Tsubaki and Ryu but a curse. But either way, it's not really relevant. What matters is that the contents of Chuki's cards say that if the killer gets away with the trial, she can leave with her life. So now people think that Chuki committed the murder because she was close with Mao and she had the opportunity and now she has that card. However, I'm a bit confused because, first of all, wouldn't she make a better accomplice? She should be the one who is the accomplice and not the murdering, which would imply that Colette would be the murderer, and now I'm worried that Chuki and Colette teamed up to murder Mauen, or even worse, Mauen was complicit in her own murder, because there are some loose ends that I'm not completely sure of. First of all, I'm kind of not convinced that they would accidentally pick the wrong flower, even if Ryu walked in to distract them, because roses and foxgloves look nothing alike, at least in the art in this game. Actually, I've never seen a foxglove in real life, but that's besides the point. But I've seen a rose, and I'm sure a majority of people in this planet have seen, or at least knows, what a rose looks like. I'd be more confident in people identifying a rose over a foxglove any day. So even if Ryu came in and the couple panicked, I'm sure they wouldn't have accidentally taken a rose and thinking that would have been able to poison them. So we just think, and it just feels a little confusing. Stab Mauen, leave her to die, then make her food, give her food to poison. It just feels so overly complicated for no reason. So I feel like there's something more to what's going on here, but I don't know what it is. But since I'm not smart enough to do any of this, we have to get another game now. And okay, music. I did not need that at the moment. We did not need that. But yeah, we're kind of here. Marwin had a cursed card. She died, and then we're still alive. So we're just kind of confused if did she have a bless? Did she have a curse? Or why are we all alive? I don't know. But we're gonna figure that out. And once we figure that out, I think it will blow everything open and it will explain who the culprit is, and that what scares me a lot. And also, I didn't say this, but a heavy question mark. This might be the final episode of chapter 3. I saw the save file. This is part 20 of the trial, and so we're getting pretty far into the trial. And usually these trials take 4 episodes for me to record, albeit the 4th episode is always a bit longer because we get to the post trial, and I like just finishing the chapter. So I'm finishing this chapter today. Who knows? That would be fun. But also, Kazuki said something about a poetry session after the trial if we survive for the people who we have lost. So who knows? Maybe this chapter will go on a bit longer than I anticipated. But with that said, let's get into it, because like we're not going to figure out by me yapping. That has been made abundantly clear by the last 3 trials. I have no idea what's going on at any point in time. None of that answers the original question, though. We weren't allowed to have 2 cards at once. How did Mauen get a blessing card if not switched by Ryu? They said nothing about trading cards. What? What are you getting on about? God, you're a liar, not an idiot. They said we weren't allowed to borrow or steal. They said nothing about a a mutual trade. Well, yes, that is what Tsubaki just said. Trade? Mauen and the culprit. They traded cards. That is a very risky thing to do, because even if you give the card to someone else, you cannot be 100% sure that the effect of that card just transfers over them, because you can tell other people the contents of your card, but that doesn't mean they get that curse too. So that is a very risky thing, assuming Dia wasn't involved in this trade, and if he was and he confirmed it, I guess fair enough, but still, that's a very risky thing to do if he was involved. More confirmation that was complicit in her own death. Yeah, it's seeming more and more likely that Mountain complied to her own death, and she let Chuki and Colette kill her so that the both of them could get out of here. That seems. Oh dear. Oh, you're right. Mountain was an accomplice. I do not remember us specifically saying that. I must have been just not there last episode, clearly, because I do not remember us saying that. So me saying that that episode seeming so smart was clearly just me reading something. There's my... Okay. The only explanation is that Mountain willingly traded with the culprit, who had a blessing card. That means that she willingly died to save either the culprit or save us all. I don't know which. Oh, right, because if she had a blessing and she died, that means we all would have survived. Well, honestly, my current ongoing theory is that she wanted to save Chuki and Colette. That's all she cared about. That's what I do think she was doing. I feel like it would be a bit backwards to kill herself and let someone help someone kill her and further obscure her death just to save us all through the motive. That just seems a little backwards to me. There were way better ways. She could have just offed herself and left a note. If she really wanted to save us all. I do feel like she wanted to save the culprit over everyone. In the end, she wanted to save people. That's all she really wanted. Well, I don't. Well, is it admirable to save one person for the sake of 6 others? Well, 5 others, 2 for the sake of 5. Admirable thing. If only we could thank her for her sacrifice now. She is the reason we're all still alive. Even if she didn't purely to save the culprit, I can't help but wish to thank her. But who traded cards with her? Right. Well, if it was someone holding a blessed card, that means it limits our options severely. It could have been Fuka, it could have been Ryu, and it could have been one of the 2 other blessed people. Who are the other 2 blesses? Chuki had a bless, we know that. Does that mean Colette also had a bless? But she traded with Mountain to get a curse. Huh. You never told anybody about your card, I assume, Ryu? Especially after you used it to trade the cards of 2 others. No, I would never. You liar! You only told me, right? That's right. Then it's simple. The one who traded with Mountain. You understand? Finally! After Ryu's trade, the 3 word blessing cards were Fuyuka, Ryu, and Chiyuki. Or mayhaps one of those 3 possessed such a card at some point in the past. Oh, you're really trying to cover for it. You killed her, didn't you? You had a curse, but that curse was originally Mountain's. And you're saying you had a curse card because you had to. If Mountain was holding a bless at the, because we know that Chuki was probably still holding a bless now, which means the person who traded with Mountain must be holding a cursed card, and you're holding a cursed card. Or anything else? Doesn't it make sense for a mortal like Chuki to be the culprit who traded with Mountain? Oh, of course she killed Cherry. Somebody with a life as useless as her own. Well then, the stammering is not helping your case at all, Colette. Get her? So Chiyuki doesn't have a reason to lie about being the culprit. She can protect anybody. What was Mountain's card, Chiyuki? Injure somebody within 72 hours or be punished. That was the command. And that is exactly the same card that Colette is holding, which proves that she was the one who traded. That is unfortunate. So it's really you. I mean, she could have just made it up on the spot. I don't know why we can take her word for that. Unless we see the card, we cannot prove that statement. She could have just made something random. Injuring somebody within 72 hours is would not be that hard to make up on the spot. It's a pretty simple dare in a scenario to hurt somebody. After everything, you're the culprit, Chiyuki. Yes, I am. Mountain was I hardly remember the murder itself. It is all so blurry. I do hardly understand the circumstances, but I have said too much. Please, begin to vote. Goodbye, Chiyuki. May you meet Marin in the afterlife. Chiyuki, please don't suffer. Oh, we are just gonna let Colette off with the stammering and not being suspicious at all. And the fact that... But if Marin had the card, well, she had a bless, but bless one had to die, but still, I don't know. Okay, so, not that I know anything, because I'm smirking like this for no reason whatsoever. If anybody else actually killed Marin, speak now or forever hold your peace. I once saw you as a hero, you know, with your music and all, but you've changed. I should have really expected you to commit such a villainous act after all. You did too many things I can't condone. You've acted preposterously, but I hope your execution is merciful. Thank you, Wait, guys, I'm kind of getting my sense of self back. I feel like I should be the protagonist again. I feel like we're making an awful mistake. Something doesn't feel right. Something is up with Chiyuki. Something is up with Colette. Something is up with both of them. Oh, wait a second. Hikari, do you want to forgive me? God, no, shut up. Please listen to me. Something here is right. There's a hole in Chiyuki being the culprit. Hikari, let it rest already. We have the culprit. We have the futile mortal right where we want her. No, because Marin wanted you to escape together. That's why you two are so hell-bent on doing this. And you two guarded the body and didn't let anyone close to it under the guise of not wanting to let anyone touch her. But you didn't want anyone to investigate her body in the first place. That's what was going on here, isn't it? Oh dear. Well, Colette, I'm beginning the 5 stages of grief. Thanks. She's the culprit. She's definitely, absolutely the culprit. An unforgivable monster. Yes, as we have all agreed, I am unforgivable and a monster. What are you doing? Are you going to accuse me again? Oh my god, Toshi, this isn't about you all the time. Shut up. Another killer god. I mean, how much have we accused? 8 people here? Wow, interesting. I guess at this point you should raise your hand if you wanted Mountain dead, but I don't know how useful that'd be. I feel like it'd be a unanimous yes at this point. Think about it. Chiyuki wouldn't have the time to make an entire meal for Marin. Especially not when she was with Toshi and Tsubaki. Did I not already go over this? I made the meal when they departed temporarily. Ask what she made. An entire meal? When the kitchen was inaccessible for half the day, and you wouldn't know when Toshi and Tsubaki would come back? Hikari almost had an answer. Just a little longer. Oh, wait, no, okay, cool. Rose leaf, stained pan, broken plate, kitchen. Surely I know all these. Okay. Still the culprit. Sure you are, I trust you. Well, if I trust you, then I guess you are the culprit. I guess vote. I did not need a meal to poison Marin anyhow. Okay, well that is a craziness. Say, why don't? What? Will you just shove the flour into her? Simply force her to eat the leaves. Oh, okay. Well, that's pleasant image to think about. This relentless questioning is completely useless. How could she not be the culprit? Besides, she knew about the painting. When she knew about Marin's card, Colette told her. That was what their meeting in the garden was. Colette told her everything. They just traded information. We should listen to Hikari. Let's not vote yes, even if Chiyuki is no doubt involved. Listen to Hikari? Yeah, right. She'll probably blame somebody else again. Well, I'm going to blame somebody else. I'm going to be right, and you're going to thank me when I saved your goddamn life, Toshi. Something Chiyuki said doesn't line up. I think it's going to be the stain, the broken plate in Mountain's room against this statement. Well, is it the second statement? I'm trying to show her that she did eat a plate. That's not right. Okay, well, I guess I'll try the broken plate on the third statement then. Nope, that's not right. Cool, love that. So I'm trying to show that Marwan ate from a plate. That's what I'm trying to get at. She knew about the painting. She knew about Marwan's cards. Yeah, so it's definitely one of those first two statements, and that's what. Maybe it's just a stained pan. No. You know what? I really should have shaved. I really should have shaved. Oh, yeah, my beard has gone way too large. But I should have saved. Oh, got it. Last one was right. Cool. Well then, I'm glad that out of the four options that I thought it could have been, I chose the last one that was correct. Go me, woohoo. On one life, but we're still in the game. Even though I've died like 3 times already, but don't talk about that. Chiyuki, you changed your story. Isn't that a reason to suspect there's more to this? I have already stated my memory of the events are blurry. I simply gained more clarity. Well, honestly, if someone admitted to the crime and then they said afterwards that their memory was blurry, I am not voting them until we have definitive proof of their guilt, because I do not trust that at all. That seems so suspicious. Oh, that's not right. Toshi, Kazuyuki, remember what was in the kitchen? Toshi, Kazuyuki, remember what was in the kitchen? Pan. Right. Exactly. Correct for the first time this entire trial. Good job. The pan means that a meal was made. Could it have been a separate meal made for another soul? Well, first of all, no, because the plate in Mawan's room proves that the red sauce and both the plate and the pan proves that it was the same meal that was prepared for Mawan. But also, we can just ask everyone if they made a meal. if no one says anything, that means the culprit made it from Owen. If someone else says something, then it wasn't. Unless, Colette, you want to make the ballsy move and claim to have made a meal for yourself, even though that wouldn't work now because you just questioned that. So, and if it was for you, you would have just said it. But Chuki can make the ballsy move and said it was for her, even though I feel like no one would believe her if she did say that. So yeah, we can easily prove that it was from Owen. Because the plate that I tried to use to prove that she had the meal. Broken plate in Mowen's room. Kazuyuki and the liar were there to see it too. I knew you weren't just pushing your narrative again. Good job, Hikari. I'm so proud. I've done anything but a good job. But I believe Chiyuki is heavily involved. But she's not the culprit. At least, not the only one. There were so many notes in Mowen's trash that it makes me believe that Bound contacted more than one person. There were several notes. I was under the impression there was only just the one. Excuse me? I would have liked to know this, even though it's very likely that I did. They did tell me, and my reading comprehension was coming back to bite me. But still, you could have been more clear for the babies in the front. Given their card, the connection to Mowen, the person Chiyuki is most likely trying to protect is. Colette LaRue. You, Colette. No. Not again. Not again. She isn't the culprit. After everything I've done, she can't be. I refuse to believe it. You're merely pushing another narrative onto us to carry. Considering, because 2 seconds ago you just said good job to me, you can't just retract it because of my. Okay, fine, I'll ignore it. I thought you'd given up on those by now. You've made some mistake, Curry. She's She's too kind for that. Okay, I can't even blame them because these two are exactly me the entire trial. I have an innate trust for Colette. She wouldn't do this. I know she wouldn't. Yeah, these two are literally just me. Personified. Miami was kind. Sasuke was passionate. Sure, passionate. That is an interesting word, but I'll allow it. Chuki was empathetic. We all have dark sides to us, Ryu. Besides, have you seen how she acted in this trial? In the investigation? She's been pushing her act heavily. She's not the epitome of kind, like you say she is. And you, Yasuyuki, I really expected better from you. Don't be so naive. Well, considering you were naive in claiming that Ryu was the culprit, I don't think you have a right to be acting like this, but okay. Colette is the real culprit. Colette is the one who killed Mauen. Colette is the one Chiyuki is trying to protect. Colette was never as innocent as she seemed. You know, you're really smarter than you give yourself credit for, Petals. Don't compliment me. But you got one thing wrong. One thing all this time. I thought Chiyuki was the biggest waste of time here. Are you not the culprit after all? No, I stabbed Mauen's heart. That is okay. Well, you could have admitted that 10 hours ago if you were just gonna give up that easily. You cracked under no pressure. You could have denied it. You and Chugi could have played the blame game. You could just give up so easily, okay? But I wasn't the only one holding the screwdriver. There were more than one individual's hands stained with blood these past few days. Once. I do not remember the exact moment, but I trust Colette will not lie to me. I didn't. Duh. Can you confirm, dear? My turn? Woohoo! I was waiting for some screen time after my montage at the very beginning, tricking you all. I'm so glad I'm back in the showbiz, baby. So they're doing the thing where they both killed Mountain then. Is that what they're saying? Both of them stabbed Mountain, so one of them killed? Funnily enough, I'm not, it's going to break in the fourth wall a bit, but well not just, but yesterday, I recorded the 9th episode of Danganronpa Antebellum, and in that episode, I made a joke about when we found Fu lying on the ground drunk, that we should all grab a sharp object and stab him together. So I think it's kind of funny that after I made a joke in that one, ironically, it came to turn up in this game. So that's weird. Okay, who did that? But yeah, they both held the same screwdriver while stabbing Mountain. You know, if Mountain was actually poisoned, then the couple would still be both of them if they both served the plate and Mountain at the same time, by the way. So, we heard it from Dean himself. Foolish and Chiyuki have both become the worst kind of evil imaginable. Even a warrior like me couldn't defeat them. I've always been a demon, Toshi. I've been clear about that since the first day here. You still didn't have to be this way. You chose this path. Why, Kogash? I spent all my energy and effort to comfort you, to be there for you. Why have you been so cruel in this trial? It's nothing against you, dummy. You really have a mortal known as Colette Kazuyuki. Yuki would be proud. Sasuke would be, too. Colette would say that. But not I. Not the demon I'm known as. Well, it's something you know nothing about. It's a curse. Well, actually, I know a lot about it because I did your free time event so handsome. I know a lot about it. Hi, Colette. Hi, I know you. A curse god. Next thing we know, you'll say that a witch has turned you into a toad. Oh. No, it is what we have agreed upon. Our curse. The curse that leads those close to us to suffer. My parents, my friends, even those here, have all suffered thanks to my presence. My parents, my brother, mine too. We are a curse upon everyone. Okay, we did not need the creepy talking together, finishing each other's sentences. I did not need that right now, but I like the symmetry of what's going on here. I really enjoy it. You two are cursed. Stop believing such rubbish. Are you so naive as to think? Naive? Like you were regarding Fiuka and her lies? No, she's right. You two aren't a curse to anybody here. I've had the pleasure of working with you both. Don't die like this. Don't like one at all. Maybe he's right. Maybe this is the right time to blush cheerfully. Maybe this is some time not to succumb to the curse laid upon you. Even fallen warriors deserve some dignity. You two can triumph over this. To survive with your heads held high. Like Bowen. Like Bowen would have wanted. I mean, I love the inspirational speech we're given to these two, but one of them are not, if not two of them, are about to die in a couple of minutes, so I'm not sure how much use it's going to be in the grand scheme of things. I regret everything. I regret being born. I have been so terrible to all of you. Why would you three? They love us, Chuki, despite the curse. What simple-minded creatures. I don't understand it either, but let's respect the mortal's wishes before we depart. I've caused them enough suffering today, have I not? God, whatever. It's not like you two struggling against the air would change anything. Let's get it over with. We figure out who the culprit is. Oh, both of you are the culprits. Mauen willingly died. I don't understand any of this. What about this makes sense? It is time, Kolesh. Yup. Guess we have to explain our crimes, huh? Until everyone believes our curse is real. I don't think anyone is ever going to believe the curse is real, but yeah, I think they, as you said, love you too much. Oh god, I spilled tea. No, it's fine. The microphone is fine. Yeah, not to interrupt this emotional moment, but I just spilled my tea, which is a far more. Oh, I pressed the button by accident, trying to clean it up. Great. Yeah, I know this is an emotional moment, but me spilling my tea is extraordinarily, exponentially more emotional to me. So sorry about that. I just go cry for a moment. Let us do so. Yeah, for finale of Sacrificial, I remember this. Press it. The finale of self-reflection. Kind sentiments ever so present, cruel words ever so present, cursed to live. Well, the two of them were fighting each other, so cursed to live would probably be more apt. They shall crawl to the vent, the cruel words ever so present. As the creepy crawler draws near, something that rhymes with present draws dull. Cause a miracle together, sneak in the web, catch a liar in our tracks. Sneak in the web of Fiuka's garden. Sneak in the web, to the life force would soon ebb. As the creepy crawler draws near, two flies could wish to disappear. God, they did both hold the screwdriver together. That's a oh God, what a terrifying face. You know what? This is just a really small detail, but I really wish Chuki's right eye was visible and not her left eye, just for the symmetry between the two. And Colette's crying. Oh, that's sad. Are they both crying? I can't tell if that's just their eyes or their tears. Like I can't tell, but I like it either way. Spiders are cared for. Spiders are slaughtered. Spiders. Well, they were slaughtered because you just killed her. Spiders slaughtered each day. This creature has its way. As the creepy crawler draws near, regrets wish they could disappear. I'm getting the feeling that creepy crawler and disappear is just a passion with me right now. So did Mountain just let it? Did Mountain just let it get stabbed then? Okay, interesting. I feel like if Mountain was complicit in her own death, she could have done more to hide the evidence in her room, but I digress. Also, why did these mushrooms in the top left? Have they always been there? Because I don't recognize them. Flies tell spiders a secret. Flies tell spiders to die. Flies tell spiders what to do. So they're figuring out their murder plan right now, so telling her what to do. Fly tells spiders what to do. As this plan is carried through, as the creepy collar draws near, I do wish I could disappear. So, Chuki was in the garden getting leaves and gave it to Colette. Swap the precious greens, destroy the precious greens. So swap the precious greens because they're giving up on the plants. Fly swap the precious greens as they figure out what it means. As the creepy gorilla draws near. No, I can't go and disappear. One fly rises, one fly acts, one fly distracts. Distracts Tsubaki and Toshi, I would assume. Fly distracts, one retracts, and they put on their skilled axe. As the creepy gorilla draws near. God, kill me already. That is, I know it's not meant to be funny, but that's a very funny sentence. Delayed, saved, wept. Her death was delayed, I guess, so delayed. Flies and spiders meet the end. Delayed by a friend. The creepy crawler's already here. It's time, finally, for me to disappear. Ooh, that was a lot. It's so hard to read those poems quick enough, especially with two different voices, just switching them on the spot, like, kill my throat. Here we go. It all began with Mawen. She decided to hurt Colette. Simple as that. Chiyuki's right. That day, when she told everyone my secret, I was enraged, of course. How dare a mortal cross me? And we got our revenge. Mawen tried to meet up with us. We decided to take advantage of that. She slipped the two of us notes while avoiding Miss Kageyama's gate. Sorry for taking. No, it is quite all right. I forgive you. She slipped the two of us notes while avoiding Miss Kageyama's gaze. We both got the notes and decided on a plan together. 2 minds are better than one. Even if Chiyuki's mind isn't all that. Okay, well, I do not forgive you for that. That is quite rude. What do you mean on all that? Oh, well then. Scary. The two of us stole a screwdriver, and as soon as we met Mawen, we stabbed her in the heart. But it did not end that way. She lived somehow. Do not ask us how. We are as clueless as you are regarding that. So I'm assuming this was at midnight because it had to be one of the times that Fuko wasn't getting her, and I'm pretty sure they must have met at midnight then. I hope we can confirm that because if it is, that does kind of support my theory of, the midnight is when they change and all wounds are healed. But look at so yeah, that isn't tears. That's just our eyes. It is just our style. So they just are fighting, and imagine that's quite awkward stabbing someone in the heart and they don't die. I mean, I'd be kind of, oh well, that's kind of awkward. Didn't work. The stabbing. I mean, you all know for a fact it kept her from coming to my realm. It must have had something to do with our hearts or our modified bodies, but we do not know for certain. We threw away her jacket and threatened her to tell nobody. who would believe her after everything? Not a soul. That is who. The next day, Chiyuki and I decided to poison her instead, and you failed at that as well, so good job on that. So you tried to poison her and failed, you stabbed her and failed, and then she has died later for some reason. Okay, great. Love that. I was the one who cut the plans, I suppose. With Ryu's arrival, I cut the wrong ones in a hurry. What a shame. We exchanged hands with the leaves right before Chiyuki joined Tsubaki and Toshi in the morning. Then were the two of you in the garden when Hikari spotted you just for fun then? Well, you didn't exchange the leaves then? Oh, okay. Well, I guess that could have been before. I guess the two of us met up with. I guess the two of us met. I guess me and Colette met up with Ryu, and then we went to. Then we went to the garden, and then those two met. So then Chiyuki could have gone to the living room, I guess. But I feel like we're talking about the day before. That's what. Now I'm just really confused on the timeline of everything. Certain to let Colette sneak into the kitchen by distracting Tsubaki and Toshi with my presence. I made a sauce for Mawen to have. I guess I forgot to go leaking off the sauce though. What if we you just made her a sauce? You didn't even make her anything to eat with it. Just gave her a sauce and hoped she'd eat it. That is insane. And also, if I was, you know, if I was Maui and some people stabbed me and then they gave me food, I would not be eating the food. But I guess she was complicit in a way. Once it was midnight, Toshi and Tsubaki left, and Colette and I met up once again. We forced Maui to eat the sauce Colette cooked. We broke the plate, and it already had it in our trash. We didn't do a great job, despite being divine. But okay, but this is confirmed that they met Colette when they stabbed the previous night at midnight. So wait, considering that Malman died at midnight, when did she get the food? So did she get the food at the midnight of day 14? She died at midnight of day 15. So that means she was stabbed 2 days ago. Really? Hours later, Malman had a delayed reaction to her original cause of death. Finally, it's over. That was all. Everything we had done. Do you understand? She's right. We killed. We were the killers of Mao and Kirisato. Vote however you would like. Oh god, so who are they gonna... Whoever they save is probably... I'm gonna say this now. If only one of these two are dying, whoever doesn't die is just a definite survivor. If there's only one more... If chapter 4 is the last murder victim chapter, chapter 0 is just an interlude, and chapter 5 is like the final where we figure out everything that happened. Assuming there's no murder and culprit in chapter 5. Whoever survives this, I feel like it's the most definite survivor of all time. Because there's no way whoever survives this is either going to be the victim of the next chapter or the culprit. I do not see that. I do not see them being the penultimate victim. I see them being a survivor. So either Colette or Chuki I feel like in my mind is definitely surviving, and one of them is definitely dying. So there's that. Die? Not right. None of that. Listen to us. We're demons. We're cursed. Stop thinking we deserve such redemption, and what are you even saying? So they're saying that Mauen wasn't willing to die, but we're saying that Mauen was. That's the big conundrum right now. Didn't you two lie to make yourself seem less sympathetic? That is all true. You're lying. This is our truth. Let us suffer the consequences. We won't let you. You know, I like all this arguing and all, but you should all vote pretty soon. But be aware, only one of them will be executed. The one with the most votes will be sent to execution. One of them will have to die. What? Oh. So who would you vote? Considering Colette's demeanor right now, I'm assuming she's going to offer herself up, but I'm pretty sure Chuki isn't going to go down without a fight. So one of them is surviving, even though I feel like that was pretty obvious from the way that Chuki said vote however you would like. However, I guess Chuki kind of meant vote whoever you want, both of us are going to die anyway, not that vote one of us. So I guess I misinterpreted that, but I misinterpreted it in a way where I was correct. So go me, I'm just even more amazing. I will say, with the fact that Chugi hasn't been around much this chapter, and the fact that we had a scene with Colette, interacting with, we got to choose who Colette interacted with at the beginning of the day. It does make me lean towards Colette dying just because we had more interaction with her, but I don't know, I like both of them. But you know what? I haven't completed Chuki's free time event, so if Colette does die, at least I can embrace the fact that I did her free time events, and I can do Chuki's next chapter, hopefully. Okay, yeah, you know what? Colette, unfortunately, carry on, please. Colette, you're so innocent. Do not talk to me in that manner, Marshall. I also feel like that Hikari will want Chuki to be alive just because the two of them who are close to Daisuke, so I feel like just for that reason, Hikari would be more inclined to keep Chuki alive. You are all such rubbish human souls. Your sins are greater than any other. deserve to suffer instead of I. As the great Colette LaRue, the ultimate storyteller, and your worst nightmare. No, it was stupid. Oh, you know what? I wonder if Colette is going to reveal her truth. So if we don't vote for her, that means she's going to be murdered next anyway. So she'll just, there wouldn't really, in the awful way of saying it, there really wouldn't be a point of not voting for her. I wonder if that's what she's going to do. So very stupid. She wouldn't have wasted her life away. She was an idiot all this time. Pathetic piece of garbage. Why did you suddenly? Are you surprised? This is the real me, Chiyuki. I've always said I was a demon. Are you so stupid that you can't get that through your little walnut-sized brain? This is not fair. Do not suddenly change your attitude now that you know only one of us shall die. A change in attitude? Oh, please. Bullshit. I've been clear about being your worst nightmare since day one. You know, Chiyuki. I always hated you the most out of anybody here. Oh, press X to doubt heavily on that. We saw you interacting with Sanosuke. We know that you don't really have a attachment to life. You're doing this so you can die and she can survive, obviously. What? He's not a great actor at this point in the game. You make me sick to my stomach. You make me want to die. That is why I helped you commit murder. I'm trying to get you to escape with me because I hate you. It was all an act, you see. Vote for me, everyone. Don't you want to get rid of the world of a demon like me? Oh. I will only vote for you under one condition, Colette. Oh, what is this? My final deal with a mortal, or perhaps a fellow demon. If you vote for me, I shall vote for you. Does this make it equal? How are you going to confirm that she does that? She didn't have to take a word for it, but okay, I guess. A demonic tract. This is well within my capabilities. What's even going on? I have no clue. I'm panicking. Oh god, oh god. This is a cruel choice. We are being forced to choose which of them deserve to die more. I mean, really, don't even talk about it. Just if I'm in this situation, I'm just saying, vote whoever you want to vote. Whatever happens, happens, and not move on. But it's not really. We shouldn't just discuss it. We should just vote who we think we should vote, and then whoever gets executed gets executed. That's really all we can do. Isn't there any way to avoid this, dear? No, there's not. Well, I already know who I'm voting for. Got easier starts of my life. I think I do too. Especially after her son Jade. I mean, come on now. Well, you don't have to make excuses. You're not voting for Chiyoki because she was your idol. you can just say that. We all know her son changes an act. We don't need to say that. Make excuses. This all rests upon us. Be careful with your decision, everyone. Who do you want to carry to vote for? Doesn't matter. I'll vote for Clash. But it doesn't matter. She knows who should. Oh, so my choice didn't matter then. Great. She doesn't want the protagonist role anymore. Is she going to vote for herself? Hikari knew who she wanted to vote for. Asuka would be disappointed in her if she voted any other way. Bye, Colette. Yeah, that was why I was voting for Colette. Mostly because I feel like Chiyuki and Desu wanted to be together. Just like I was saying earlier between Desu and Chiyuki, yeah. And that's the end of the trial? Yup. Oh, it's the night of... Why, it says it's the night of day 12. That is interesting. I'm going to assume that is just a mistake, because obviously Mountain died the midnight of day 15, so it should be day 60 now, roughly, so I don't know why it says day 12. This was the night of when the chapter 2 trial ended. Huh. Interesting. I'm just going to assume that's a mistake, and then we didn't just reverse in time, and we're not going to go up and see Seinusuke, Iki, and Asuka up there. That'd be kind of weird. It seems everyone has voted. I'm sorry you all had to make such a difficult decision. If only somebody could change the rules that were set in place. Well, too bad nobody like that exists. Hopefully, this is the last time you'll encounter these situations. Hopefully nobody undeserving dies. Who did everyone vote for? I mean, I voted for Chiyuki. She's been irritating me, God. Thanks. That is indeed a reason to choose me. I mean, it's a better reason than anything. If you're going to vote between two murderers, you might as well choose the one that annoys you more. Not that I voted for Colette, but like, it's not like it's not sound. Really? You decided her life was invaluable just because she was annoying? Well, I mean, she had to choose between two people to die, so, I mean, are we going to go into the deep... What did you want to do? Choose who she liked more to die? I still think you're irritation too, girly pop. Don't feel bad, you're just... I mean, one of you is a -10 and one of you is a -9, so, like, you know, I mean, if I'm going to choose one, I'm going to choose a -10, like, you know what I'm saying? Well, whatever. I will be kind to you when you arrive there. You'll get justice soon enough. Well then, I'll meet you there, girly pop. Somebody, please save me. A convicted murderer threatened my life. Oh, please, you hypocrite. Voted for Colette. I couldn't let somebody else you cared about die. I understand. At least you may have returned back to your original morals. I miss him dearly. It was my curse all alone. No, it was my curse. No, it was my curse. You see, guys, oh God. You know, when 3 people are claiming that it was a curse that someone died, maybe it wasn't a curse. You know, maybe it's just survivor's guilt. Have we ever thought about that? Maybe just a tiny possibility, perhaps. You know, just good old Sabaki advice. I voted for Chiyuki. She's been nothing but a hassle to work with. What? Was she not enough of a doll for you? Guess you're the type. Again? What are you all thinking? Did you really think that your sunshine act would just make everyone vote for you? Really? Do not be angry, Colette. They have made their decision. I couldn't decide. I pressed randomly and I got Colette. I'm so sorry. Don't be. I'm a demon through and through. Alright, that's 3 me to you. Good job. So, too scared to pick a victim. Well, I cannot blame you. Neither did I want to be directly responsible for the death of another. That is why I held the screwdriver and plunged it into Mamon's heart with no remorse. I couldn't kill somebody's little sister. I understand. I do as well. So that's 3-3. Wait. Hikari, Colette, Kazuyuki. No, Hikari, Colette, Ryu, Colette, Kazuyuki, Chiyuki, Ryu, Colette, Ryuka, Chiyuki, Sabaki, Chiyuki. That means Chiyuki voted. That means it's a tie, assuming they both voted for each other. But I'm guessing Colette went back in her deal and voted for herself. Because the only 2 people we don't know whose votes yet are Chiyuki and Colette. Which means if they kept true to their deal and voted each other, that means it would be a tie. But I don't think it's going to be a tie. I think Colette went back in her deal. Oh, wait. No, wait, what? Toshi. Wait, so Toshi voted. Wait, am I stupid? There's 8 people here, right? Hikari voted for Colette. So, Hikari voted for Colette. Ryu voted for Colette. I think I said Ryu twice. Okay, never mind. Toshi voted for Colette. Fuka voted for Chiyuki. Kazuki voted for Chiyuki. And I'm pretty sure it's a tie right now. I think it's 3-3. Colette changed it to so I had to move for it, right? Of course. But wait. Was it a tie? Yuki and I voted for each other, so it's a tie. What do we do? Did Chuki vote for herself? Because the way this sounds, it sounds like Colette didn't vote for Chuki. Did Chuki vote for herself? Chuki? What happened to the tie, dear? Did both of them die? Did both of them live? If both of them live, then there's no way both of them live. Honestly, if both of them live in the tie, we should have done that from the start. That would have made things a lot easier. It's not like that. I wish. Did we just do a revote? It's never been a tie before. It isn't a tie here either. So Chuki, is Chuki going to get executed? Oh god, I actually didn't expect Chuki to die. Okay, that's interesting. I really thought it was going to be Colette at that performance. So okay, so guys, hear me out. I did say a couple episodes ago that Colette was my only locked survivor pick. If Colette does get through this by the skin of her teeth, that prediction was still correct. I never changed my mind. I never changed my mind. Anything. I would never. But the way Dia says it's never been a tie before. There's only been two before this, so I feel like Dia would have said something like, "There's never been anything too Shards." So there have been previous killing games that Dia has hosted. And I just feel maybe I'm a little bit off with the alternate reality things, but I feel like all 12 of us have, or 14 of us have gone through this killing game multiple times, and I'm just not sure how it's working. Of course, there hasn't been a tie before. Not a tie here. But they agreed to vote for each other. Wow, the murderers broke their word. Crazy. Well then, that is not what I expected. Wow, so Chuki voted for herself and broke her word. It wasn't a tie. Chiyuki Udazumi has been the most voted, and will therefore be sent to execution. Another liar is in our midst, and I thought it was just for Yuka. This can't be happening. All of you were supposed to vote for me. Me. And now I guess Chuki's curse isn't real, but Colette's curse is real. Great. Vote for the unforgivable demon. Vote for the cruel, heartless person who mocked Laments and Tesh. Vote for me. It's almost like if you make up an act right when you realize both of you aren't gonna die, it's not that convincing. Voted. How was Chiyuki the most voted? I don't understand. They may have an inkling of who lied. I mean, Chiyuki lied, right? I'm assuming that. What? No, why would anyone else lie? Oh. I lied. I voted for myself, Colette. What? You? We agreed to vote for each other. We agreed that it's equal. Why would you lie? Forgive me. I already may have been endlessly selfish, Colette. One more selfish action should not make it worse, right? What are you talking about, you idiot? You're gonna die. You're gonna leave us. Me. Wow, Colette, it really looks like you hated her, huh? I actually really like Colette, so I'm really glad she survived. But I'm also sad that Chuki's dying. But honestly, I do kind of like Colette more, so, you know. I'm just sad I wasn't able to finish her Free Time Friends, because I was invested in her character a lot. But, I'll miss you, Chuki. It just feels weird, you know? I feel like Colette has been such a prominent character this chapter. It just feels weird for Chuki. I feel like she's kind of been the third wheel between the three, so it just kind of feels weird for her to be the one that get executed. But maybe that's just me. That is what I deserve, Colette. I am a selfish being. Cares for those around me. With my death, all of you can finally be happy. Be free of pain. Chiyuki, no! Shut up! You're not some damn demon! You're a human being that has so much to offer to this world! That is simply not true. Ever since my life began, I have been a needless distraction. I have been a burden, waste of time, effort, and resources. And I'm not just this pride so you can accept that I'm dying, Claire. Whoever thought you that was wrong, Chiyuki. Look at how many people have made you happy. And once again, Colette has been that way. She's kind of been hypocritical, but she's helping other people, but she can't even help herself. So she's once again, she's a really good person. Why are you doing this, Colette? like Daisuke, who died, like Iki, who was punished, like Asuka, whose life was unfairly taken, like Mountain, who I took the life of, like you, who was deluding yourself into caring about me. My parents were right about me. I I am not a curse while I still live. No matter how much I tried to make up for it, I was fooling myself. I am a curse. I am nothing but a demon. Not some girl pretending like you, but an actual demon making everybody needlessly suffer. This is what I deserve, Colette. Shut up! Shut up! You're a damn curse! Please, Chugi! Please, be quiet. I cannot bear to hear your voice anymore. Dia, please, rid this world of the devil. Rid this world of its curse. Rid the world of me. No, no, no! I refuse to accept this. Don't kill her. Don't kill her. Anybody but her. I'm the curse. Me. It's already done, Colette. We wanted you to die, but we have to accept it. Don't act like you know anything. You've been acting Josie this entire trial, Hikari. I'm sorry. Chiyuki's the only one who understands. She's the only one who... Why do I have to lose her, too? I'm so sorry, Kulish. I'm... I'm a curse. I, as well. I've worked endlessly for my gang. I'm surprised that Colette didn't deny it. So I guess they're in a mutual understanding that they're both curses because of how people around them have always suffered, despite them trying to help each other. So I think it's so interesting how to try and detach themselves from the quote-unquote curse, they try too hard to help people, and even despite helping people, they always end up dying, and then it just ends up leading to them going through another cycle of pain. I think it's so interesting. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm just so. I have worked endlessly for the Southern Blossoms, but nothing was enough. Nothing could help me escape the past. But nothing was enough. Nothing could help my departure from what once occurred. Oh, I'm sorry it ended like this for you two. Sorry does nothing. Sorry doesn't fix this. Chiyuki's going to die. Dear, please. Is there any way I can save her? Any way I can take her place? Accept the result, okay? Even if you win to somehow take her place, she doesn't need that in her conscience. Do you really think Chiyuki would want to keep on living if she were the reason her two friends got killed? It's kinder to let her choose to die with dignity. And then again, do you think Colette wants to live with the fact that she's the reason two of her friends died? I don't. It's kind of a similarity. I think they both want to die, unfortunately. Kinder! Shut it, Tsubaki! You're not a person, so don't say anything like what now? And dear, don't avoid the question. Listen to me, please, please. Don't let somebody like her die. We already lost Mao because of her own damn ideas. I can't lose Chiyuki too. I want to join Mauen anyways. Let me join Cherry. That's all I want. That's my last wish. Okay, I know. Okay, because I need to satiate my curiosity. Speaking of Mauen, what exactly happened with her? Yeah, you have done this before, yes. First in this case request. So everyone what occurred with Mauen, and oh god, we're gonna go through another scene. Oh, that's it. Okay. I do think that Mauen let them stab each other. I think all of them talked to each other and they both agreed on the murder plan. And then they stabbed her and all three of them were confused that she was still alive. But yeah, I think she was so happy was because she knew she was gonna die. Because there's this thing where people who want to, get a sudden boost of energy before they eventually die. So I wonder if that's why her condition was so good. before her eventual demise because she knew she was going to die and she accepted it. You sure? You don't remember it, do you? And also, yeah, what is this whole thing with Chuki's amnesia? Is this just a thing that's happening and we just gonna brush past the fact that Chuki has amnesia of the entire event? Like, what's going on? How you remember only small, minuscule details. Nothing big. Wouldn't it be kind of... Could you imagine that Colette lied about them both stabbing her, and we just watch it, and it turns out that only Colette stabbed her and we voted wrong? Could you imagine? Okay. A screen above them all started flickering, soon showing the moments as Chuki requested. Malin, why? Why are you? Why the hell are you volunteering for that? I didn't think you'd be so stupid. I'd say this is a pretty smart fucking move, considering how many people I'd help by dying. No, please, do not think of yourself that way. Your life has so much value to many of us, so... Who do I actively help in my daily life? Answer that. You mentioned your little sister once, right? You help her by being an awesome and brave mortal. I love her. I really do. But she deserves a better role model. Be honest. I'm a delinquent and a bully. I don't remember much about that fucking fire or whatever I caused. But I know it's not some bullshit. And I purposely sent you, gremlin. You should be fucking, I don't know, surrendering me back by now. Compared to you two, what the hell have I done? Minty, you've inspired so many fucking people. You're way too fucking kind, way too fucking generous. You can do so much good in this world. Got it? I can't help but adore you every single fucking time you do something nice. And you, gremlin, you've got a whole gang to go back to. Got it? You've taken in so many damn people, and all of them depend on you. You've got a family, even if they're not related by blood. But me, I have a mother that fucking despises me. I have a dad and sis I only make trouble for. I've been so fucking blind until now and how much of a monster I am. I refuse to be weak, but I was never even strong. That's why I want to do the right thing. I want you two to get out of here and make the world better. I know you can do so much more with more time. I still don't. So she did, so I was correct. She did want to get Colette and Chuki put out of here. But I don't know why you're calling this a smart move by the amount of people you'll be saving, because you'd only be saving 2 people for your 1. You're not just saving everyone, because you're still hoping those 2 win the trial. You're a damn idiot, Cherry. I can't do this. Gremlin, have you ever wondered why I gave you a nickname like the others? How the hell is that relevant? I know the wrong time to be sappy and shit. I know. But if I got it, I got it. And I don't know my throat. I know it's kind of like 2 days early to kind of be coughing and so on, but it's just happening. I didn't want to admit to myself how much I cared about you. How much I was fucking ecstatic when I could do something with you. How much I love who you are. How much it hurt like hell when you said you couldn't stand to be near me anymore. You were a demon straight from hell, and I could never ask for a better evil. So, let me do this for you, okay? You do can decide what happens afterwards. Either I let you two survive, or those shitheads catch you in the act. But either way, it's better than letting all of us fucking die in this crapshoot. And it's proof that I have to die next. I'm gonna tell you my truth. The truth of Shards. Okay, that's all I need to hear. I got the screwdriver ready in my backpack. Wait, what? Yes, yes, Colette, we're going to do this together. What? You agreeing to this, Chuki? She is right. Either all of us shall die, or the 2 of us survive. I don't want to trade my life for everyone else's, though. I don't think I can do it. Then let me take the burden, please. I shall protect you as my final act. And then the screen flickered off. Did only Chuki stab her? Did Von Klett almost make us do the wrong choice? Or I guess not, I guess it was just implied that they held the screwdriver together afterwards. Owen was willing to trade her life for hers. She changed too. Just like Daisuke and Asuka. All three of them. Oh, are you finally accepting Asuka's death? This isn't about Asuka. This is about Mauen. You're right. Mauen was much more than she initially seemed. She was boastful and violent, but she was passionate and caring. She learned in the end. Why? Why can't any of these people die with a stone cold heart? Why must they make me feel emotions, damn it? Like yours. Oh. Damn, she got you burned. This game changes so many ways. No, I think Tsubaki is just completely normal. It doesn't change at all. She's like, wow, burned. Get wrecked. She does not care about what's going on at all. Even though I'm pretty sure she does care deep down. She just externally is like, damn, that sucked. Anyways. Yes, it does. Much more than any of us may have anticipated. But still, that scene is slightly familiar to me. Oh, I'm glad you all caught us, but it's aggravating that you're killing the lesser of two evils. And please, don't die on me, Chiyuki. I am ready for death, Kolesh. And as the Queen of Hell, I expect the most royal welcome and the finest cuisine Hell has to offer. It pays to be friends with a queen, after all. I'm ready for death, too. I'm more than ready. I've handled the threat of death for years, Chiyuki. Perhaps we shall never be able to agree. To just butt in here for a moment. I'm sorry. I never got to give you that painting, Chiyuki. Do not worry. I am grateful that you took such time for me. Oh, look, the light is back in her eyes. I just noticed that. I think it was probably there for some of the other sprites too, but I didn't really pay much notice to it. But the brightness is back in her eyes, so she's come to life once again just before she dies. How poetic, as they say in poetry. You are kind. I do hope you survive, even if I cannot. No, Chiyuki, don't talk like that. You're going to survive this. I promise you. Okay, this kind of scared me. Colette is kind of scared me at the moment. I'm scared of what length she's going to go to survive. Is she going to run into the execution with Chiyuki? That kind of scares me. Okay. As the Queen of Hell, I will never break a promise to you, mortal. I will find some way to save you. Colette, you don't need to hold up that facade anymore. No, it's not a facade. It's not a lie. I'm gonna make sure you survive this. I'm gonna smile dying, yes. Thank you, Kazuyuki, for all you've done for me. But I'm going to die. I mean, the voice says otherwise, but I'm interested in what you're going to do here. Please, do not do anything reckless, Kolesh. It's already been decided, Kolesh. Chiyuki will be sent to execution. I refuse to accept this. I wasn't able to do anything to change my brother taking his own life. I love my brother, and I love my gang. I did anything I could for them, all this time. I wanted to make a home for them, a family with them. I wanted them to have a place that I never had. But I'm done. Done. With what? I'm not running away anymore. I can face this. I will face this. You know, what I was wondering about, I did say this earlier, but I wonder if one of them is going to reveal their truth, so Dia will be forced to execute them. I wonder if that's Colette's plan. I'm not sure what else she would do aside from running into the execution chamber, but I feel like that would just result in more of their deaths, so I guess I'll see what she's going to do. Let Naru, not anybody else, and I will not let Chiyuki die. Wow, you think you can change fate? How heroic, so cool.
You're more heroic than I gave you credit for, Colette.
I will fight till the end. It's the truth of mirrors. I will fight. I will face that. Ooh, so I was correct. Hers was the truth of mirrors. I thought it might have been a little on the nose. Not. I thought it might have been a little on the nose from her poetry, but yeah, I guess I was correct. I'm pretty sure I said truth of mirror before. Yeah, I was a little unsure if hers would be the truth of mirrors because mirrors and shadows kind of very familiar, but I guess maybe the difference is that Colette faces her reflection while Hikari doesn't. Maybe that's the key difference between the two. But let's go.
Colette. Are you ready, Jiggly?
Also, another part of me is kind of curious because a lot of these, well, two of the three poems I found, I figured out what their truth was immediately. So if this was still the reflection system and we were hanging our poems, I feel like we would have found out each other's secrets very quickly if we did so many poems based on our truth. People would have found out and they would have got punished. So I was just thinking of that. I don't thought the time to think about it, considering Shuki is going to die. Oh well, maybe Colette's going to die. I don't know. She's going to do. She's really determined to do something. I'm kind of scared what she's going to do. But here we go.
I need to be executed before Colette decides. Do something rash.
Please let me face my end. I mean, Colette has revealed her truth to the group, so even if she survives this execution, she's going to have to be the next one to die, so... Unless Chuki also reveals the truth, I do fear that Colette is going to successfully do something to stop the execution.
Okay, I understand.
I'm not letting her die. Believe me, I'm not. There's no way in hell I am.
Chiyuki Udazumi, with your truce, may you rest well. Goodbye.
Thank you. No!
I am sorry for how I have acted recently. To all of you, especially to Colette. Truly, I do not hate any of you. I thought, by being so cruel, you would all feel less guilty when I met my end. But I cannot end my selfish reign. Please, tell Heroine now. I love them.
I love you all. Someone was such an actress the entire time. How she was acting virtually was just how she truly felt. Okay, well that's great. Now I'm gonna cry after you die. Chiyuki, I'm going. Please leave. This place would be hell without you two here. So don't leave me. I'm gonna take your place, no matter what.
Stop this, Colette. Let me die.
Never. I never let another person I love die under my watch. I am Colette LaRue, and I am the one who chooses who to live or die. I have been, and always will be, the Queen of Hell, and you, Chiyuki Udazumi, deserve to live.
Why, Colette? Why?
I mean, I'm just sitting here. I mean, the other 6 people in this room are just sitting there wondering what's gonna happen, just eating some popcorn because Dia said that he was gonna execute Chiyuki, and he's been taking his damn time getting that execution ready. I'm just saying.
Because I said so.
The execution begins now.
Goodbye, everyone.
This isn't goodbye. Oh, well, here we go. But Chiyuki Udazumi finds herself at the prey of the down care time. Okay, sure. I cannot read that properly. Oh, yep. Here's Colette in the execution chamber. Have fun. Okay, I am very confused on what just happened. How did Colette get there? How did the... Okay, I am very confused on how that happened, but I guess Chuki survives that. I mean, I'm not completely surprised because after the truth reveal, there wasn't really much left for Colette to really do to save herself. But still, I'll give my thoughts when the chapter's done.
Yuki's returned from the execution by Dia, and you're completely silent.
Wow, Carrie, we couldn't tell. Wow, great observation.
Colette kept her promise. She broke into your execution.
How did I'm kind of I'm going to run with it, but I'm kind of confused on the logistics here. How did she break into the execution? I feel like Dia could have been able to prevent this in a lot of ways. I'm very confused. I let her in. Wow, that seems very responsible from you, but okay. I got well. That answers one question. Dia could have stopped it, but he just didn't. Wait, so are we in the clear? Do we have to do another execution now, or
Since Colette died, and one of the killers died via the executions, so Chuki will be allowed to live.
well, I was saying how there were so many similarities between so many people like wanting to die, like Hikari, Seinosuke, Colette, Chiyuki, all of them have that similar feelings. And I was saying how I was so sure Colette was going to live because she kind of she was like one of the last remnants of the bond between Iki and Seinosuke. Not Asuka, but Toshi was close to Asuka. So that's why I was so sure that Colette was going to make it far into this game. But now after I've seen this, I feel like I would be very surprised if Chuki dies now. I'm not sure how she's going to handle this very awful situation, but if anything, she's my new lock for surviving. I think Chuki's probably going to survive now. So I'm not worried about her dying. But I think she's going to be the character who I thought Colette would be. Just like how I thought Colette was um kind deep down. I feel like Chuki showed her kindness from the start, but then fell into, I guess, despair. Talking about despair. And then hopefully by the end of this game, she's gonna go back to her original self, like how everyone else loved her for. I think that's what's going to happen. And despite her thoughts of wanting to die, she's going to overcome it. And I think Hikari and her will reunite in chapter 4 and work together. I think that's what we're going for. I think that's what's going to happen if I had to guess. And I'm really enjoying it. So, well, I guess we'll see how Chuki reacts to this because it's not really good, but. Oh, yeah, I guess I should just check something. So, Mauen was the truth of Shards, right? Mauen was Shards. And Colette was Mirrors. Mirrors. Wings. So who don't we know? We don't know Chuki, Toshi, Tsubaki, and Kazuki. Those are the 4 we don't know yet. Interesting. I wonder if that's gonna. And we know all other ones, right? Because Canvas, Shadows, Paradise, Roots, Whispers, Earthquakes, Crystals, Shards, Mirrors, and Wings. Yeah, just Chuki, Toshi, Tsubaki, and Kazuki are the only 4 characters left we don't know the truth of, so I wonder who's going to be relevant in the next trial. But then again, I feel like Fuku's also well, I guess we'll see what happens. You've been given a second chance at life.
I'm so sorry you had to experience that, Chuki. I can imagine somebody sacrificing their life for you. Only 2 of us can feel that way. High school.
Hikari approached Chuki. Okay, this is happening a lot more quicker than I expected, but damn.
I'm sorry, Chiyuki, but it's not your. Do not dare do that. Of course it is my fault. Of course it is. Of course, of course, of course, of course, of course, of course. I have told you all. I am a curse. Curse, I tell you. I cursed Colette. I am the reason she is now dead. I am. I cursed Daisuke, your friend, just the same. I am the reason he is dead. I don't want to curse you too, Hikari. I have too much blood on my hands as is. I. Hikari couldn't say a thing. She stepped back. She still blamed herself for his death, after all. Yuki, it's going to be. Leave me alone, all of you. All of you. Do not get close to me. I shall kill you too, and I do not suffer by trying to comfort me. Please. I cannot take this any longer. Please. And before any of them could say another word, Chugi headed out of the trial room, and only 6 remained.
So, does anyone want to still do that poetry test, or is it bad? Okay, it's a bad time. I'll be quiet.
No, Chugi, come back.
I mean, I think you do have to leave her alone now because that was quite a lot, and talking to her probably isn't going to help. What I would do is probably continue that painting and give it to her and see if that helps at all. Ryu and I will go after her. Stay here, handle the others. They may need us. Wow, with companies such as Hikari, Fuyuka, Toshi, and Tsubaki, where this is just going to be such a positive for.
Even if Chugi's a villain, Asuka told me to be the greatest warrior I can be. There is a chance for reformation in Chugi's house. Still, unlike some of the villains choosing to remain here. He's through Hikari and so Claire, don't worry, I'll meet you in your room and we'll see what happens when I bring a knife. I'm going to. I have to. For her. For them. For one of them.
Let's hurry. Without a second
thought, okay, get your voice together, come on now. Kazuyuki and Toshi followed along in the elevator. 4 remained. What followed with the 4 remained, and it was an incredible silence.
I mean, what? Ryu, Tsubaki, Fuyuka, and Hikari, Hikari accused Ryu of poisoning her. Fuyuka and Hikari just split up forever. Ryu never liked Fuyuka, and I mean, Tsubaki is Tsubaki. Everyone knows what they feel like about Tsubaki.
The one that was broken by is a liar.
Hikari, about what happened in the trial,
Be quiet.
I'm sorry. I really was trying to help you. Maybe at first it was for my benefit, but I really grew to care about you. Yeah, I do agree with her. I'm not sure what her original intentions were, so I can't really be sure that this is just her line to make her to save face. But I do think after a while, at the very least, she did care about her. I just think she went about about going through helping her in a very wrong way. I mean, when she left when she left the art room with Mountain and Fuka thought that Mountain had hurt her, she got so angry at Mountain. So Mountain definitely, Fuka definitely does care about Hikari. I just think went with trying to show that care in a very bad way.
Please, you really care about me. Make a better fucking lie. You would have been honest earlier if you really cared. You would have made up for your mistakes and fabrications ages ago. But no, you decided to turn me against my friends, turn me against everyone I knew.
Why did you make Hikari think I poisoned her? I thought you would influence her negatively, and you thought you wouldn't. Damn, that is some confidence. Wow, pot calling the kettle black. Wow, you fucked up, Miss Liar. You're weak, Ryu. You only feed on others, depend on others. You would have only hurt Hikari in the long run. I'm not weak. I may have made mistakes, but I've tried my best every day. I've become stronger, as strong as Mayume would have liked me to become. Can't you accept that people can change? I know people can change. It's just hard to. Girl, you're not making yourself look any better for you. Honestly, I'd recommend just shutting up for now and leaving, because you're not doing yourself any favors. Shut up, Tsubaki. Let me explain myself.
There's nothing to explain. I want you out of this room. Now.
Hikari, please. I care about you. Trust me. Just this once. I mean, she kind of trusted everything about you over the past 5 days, and you see how that got her. Telling her to trust you just this once is kind of.
Sick, sick of your lies. I'm nothing, nothing at all. I don't need your words anymore. I am not a remnant of you anymore, Fiuka. I'm not a Carrie. I'm not Ryu or Tsubaki or any of us. I'm absolutely zero.
You're more than that. We can just go back to the old days where.
Where was? We played with a globe together. We discussed how you can only draw girls. Every moment we went through was a complete lie. There aren't any old days. Those were days ago. Days you spent manipulating me, lying to me, deceiving me. Let's face it. I'm nothing with or without you.
You're not nothing. Stop talking about yourself like that. You did this, Fiyuka. You convinced her. She said, "Yeah, she's not. Tsubaki's not wrong. I said this before, but Fiyuka, you turned her into this. You're the one who manipulated her to think like this. Even though there was a part of her that always felt like that, your actions is definitely what tipped her over the edge to be so reliant on you. Because if you never lied to her about Ryu, she was actually getting close to Ryu, and she was trusting Ryu, and she was learning to come close to him. That was what tipped her over the edge. So this is your fault, Fiyuka." What have I done? God, what haven't you done? Come on, girl. We need to go. I'll comfort you on the way there. Tsubaki, why? This isn't kindness, just do what I say. Okay.
Holding Fiyuka's shoulders. Tsubaki pushed Fiyuka out of the room. Two remained.
Now, I'm very curious to see how these two will interact, considering the only reason that Hikari lost a connection with Ryu was based on a lie. I wonder how two of them are going to feel about everything.
I'm so sorry, Ryu. For everything.
It's not okay, but I can move past this if you're willing to.
I don't think I'll ever move past this.
Trust me, it's possible. With a lot of time and effort and patience, we can,
No, you don't understand. In my head, with all of this, I haven't put us into these roles. You were the antagonist. I was the protagonist. Fiyuka was the antagonist and the support. I thought, with these neat little roles, I could cope with it better, but
well, so she's just saying everything, huh?
I don't want to be the protagonist anymore, Ryu.
You don't have to be. There's no protagonist here. Yeah, sure.
That's the thing. Without something guiding me, without a role, I'm nothing. My brother was that role for the longest time. Then Daisuke and Fiyuka. Daisuke was different. That didn't last. He cared too much. He was too kind, even if the world didn't see it. Without somebody to project myself onto, without somebody to be, without somebody that needs my presence, without somebody that requires me. What am I? Really?
You're a person, Hikari.
That doesn't feel true. I'm not your protagonist. I'm not anybody's protagonist. I'm giving up this role, Ryu. I'm giving up everything and nothing. I'm not my own person. I never was. It's up to you now.
What do you mean? I don't get any of this, Hikari. Not really. After you thought I poisoned you, after you thought I tried to hurt you, I don't know if I can accept anything you put upon me.
It hurts that you didn't trust me. It hurts that you didn't even talk to me. It hurts that you lied to me all this time. After Mayume, I thought everything was going to be different. But I thought at least you'd understand. I can't listen to this right now. Hikari can't listen because, dear reader, we aren't in Hikari's head anymore.
I was wondering if we were going to do a protagonist swap, but I guess we actually did. I was like, oh, Rita, we're doing a protagonist swap. We are doing it. We're in Ryu's head. Hikari meant it when she said it was Ryu's turn. Uh,
What is she talking about? I don't really get any of this. I wish I did. It's all too complex for me, especially after everything that happened. Mahone's death, Colette's sacrifice, Chiyuki's pain. It's all too much to handle. Now, Hikari acting like this. What am I supposed to do? You don't want to be around me anymore. And that's good. Because I don't want to be around anybody either. But I'm sorry. I really am. I think, I think I need some time to rest. Everybody does. It is late. Good night for you.
huh? Good night, then. I will say, I wasn't expecting Ryu to be the protagonist at one point. That was not on my bingo card at all.
Hikari left the room, and I was left all alone. After everything that happened, maybe I needed my alone time, but still, that's weird, right? I'm not overthinking it, right? Let's hope Hikari ends up okay. Even if she's done terrible things, there must be some part of her that still could. She's right about sleep, though. Please, everyone, be okay. Good night, everyone.
Oh, the third chapter is now officially concluded. Claps all around, we did it. Oh, there's 7 people left. And that's that. 7 people remain. How unfortunate. Well, not unfortunate, there's 7 people left, but how unfortunate people died, you know. Oh, Jesus, here we go. Well, like usual, I do go until the chapter 4 start card. Even though I don't look at it, I just go out of it immediately so I don't get spoiled. But I will go through this little bit here.
What did you want to talk to me about?
Oh, right, this is Tsubaki's room. So here's the thing, I was going to say, my top 2 suspects who are going to be relevant in chapter 4 were Fuyuka and Tsubaki. And this is kind of showing that more. I was thinking that Fuyuka could be the victim because of now that she's lost everyone and she's not seen as a threat anymore because no everyone knows she's not a bodyguard and she's not really, maybe she knows how to fight, but she's not as a physical threat as she once was, she did as she once seemed to be. So I could see someone targeting her now after everything she's done to get revenge. And considering Hikari was close to her, well, close to her for so long, and maybe she might start to go get close to her and then she'll die just like Daisuke did. That's what I was thinking, that Fuga could be the victim because now made it to chapter 4, and like I said, all the way back in chapter 1 almost 2 months ago, that if Fuka was going to die ever, it was going to be in chapter 4. That's what I always believed. But now Tsubaki is here, and Tsubaki's kind of been irrelevant since the first chapter. So once again, if there was any time for her to be relevant, it's now. Kazuki had chapter 2 and chapter 3. Toshi had the death of Asuka. Hikari has Hikari. Ryo the death of Mayume. Chuki has just had now and chapter 1. And Fuka has been relevant, but not in such a way that she would ever appear to be a victim in my eyes. But Tsubaki hasn't anything. So chapter 4 is going to be her chapter. Whether that's for better or for worse for her life, we'll find out. Even if Tsubaki has his moments like she's been in the previous Killing Game before. Well, anyway, let's get through the scene. You're hated by everyone here, you know. Nobody trusts you. Not after you lied about being a guard. Not even that poor little flower girl you convinced into believing she was a waste of space. You have nobody. Not a single person left on your side.
This isn't really helping. You're not really comforting me with this.
Do you understand that? Nobody. Except me.
You're still. What? What are you even talking about?
I think I have an idea. I know what the next motive is going to be, too. So that is a very interesting thing to say. If my theory is right about the, um, being in the, I guess the killing game is a loop, and maybe each day restarts at the beginning. Maybe it's not alternate reality, but we're in a loop. But something like that. And each day we go back to the beginning, and every injuries and dead bodies disappear every time we loop, which is why it goes back to the start. And when the killing game finishes, it restarts from the beginning, and Tsubaki has some memories from one of the previous killing games, and they go exactly the same. Maybe not exactly the same with death, but the motives and such are always the same, which is why she can predict the next motive. It's a motive that allows the killer to bring one person with them to escape. What Yuki and Colette attempted to do, except without both people needing to take a life. I mean, if Chuki had the card, she should have been able to do that, so it is the exact same thing. Plus, a little more than that I'll keep to myself for now. I know more than you can comprehend, Fuka.
You're not making any sense. How do you know more than I can comprehend? How do you know the next motive? How can I believe you? No, wait. Unless.
Which person has been exempt from every single motive? Yeah, I did say. So is Tsubaki the traitor then, or is she just lied? Because I will say, I did say earlier, well, Tsubaki has been exempt from every motive, so if anyone was going to be the traitor, it's going to be her. But Kazuki was always my top suspect.
You didn't get a video. You got your own secret. Your only curse wasn't anything dangerous.
Bingo! You finally use your brain for something other than manipulation.
You're a traitor, Tsubaki.
Yes, and I have a plan. If I clear this, I'm going to risk it and click it. Okay, good. Going to end it here. Then I'm not going to go into chapter 4 yet because Tsubaki. Do I believe her? I kind of do. It's weird that Ryuka chose the word in your a traitor, not the traitor. So there could be multiple traitors. But if there is someone who's like working against the group, I doubt it's Tsubaki because I feel like that is something that's gonna be brought up in the fifth trial, not something that's gonna be randomly brought up. I do think Tsubaki knows things, and the game has definitely been working in her favor. So I did say that before. If it could be, I did say it was possible that Gia and whoever was running this were making the motives easy on her, so that because if she was the quote unquote traitor, they wanted her to have an easier time and not be threatened to kill. But is she the mastermind slash? I don't know. It's because I feel like it'd be random to reveal it just now in the interlude between two chapters like that. Hmm. I don't know. It's a little bit sketchy in my opinion. I'm still not letting go of Kazuki just because I need I need validation. I really want to be right about that. But then again, I guess we'll find out soon enough. Actually, now that I think about it, as I was just thinking about the chapter 2 motive, and now Asuka apparently they helped funded the game. So I wonder if all of us in some way helped write the game. So in a way, in the sense, we're all traders. And my big reason for suspecting Kazuki, well, one of the big reasons is because of the design of Dia. Maybe Kazuki's um component of the plan was the design of Dia and help building him, maybe. So maybe we're all the traders and we all decided to help make this game. Oh, maybe. And because Fuka said a trader, if we're all traders, then obviously Tsubaki is one of the traders. But I'm still gonna suspect Kazuki just because I can. Concluding thoughts of chapter, I have really enjoyed it. I think this was probably my favorite chapter of the bunch. I just really enjoyed Coletta's. I just really enjoyed Coletta's character. She was obviously one of my favorites, as you can tell from my playthrough so far. And despite not showing any emotion, I do feel quite sad that she is gone now. It was just so sudden. I just wasn't. Obviously, I mentally prepared myself to die, but the way she died in the execution was just so sudden. I was like, oh yeah, wow. And also, I was just watching some Danganronpa, not Jikoronpa stuff, and I saw somewhere that the executions were based on the truths. That's why Mayume had, uh, crystals in hers. Crystals were shot at her, and why, saying this because I'm not sure how it was paradise, but he died with Iki in his arms, so I guess that was his paradise. And for Chuki, she was hung up in a web. So I wonder if her truth is the truth of webs, because she's just entangled in one and she can't escape it. I feel like that could be a solid shout for what her truth could be. And then there's Kazuki, Tsubaki, and Toshi, and honestly, who even knows what the hell is going on with those three in Astros? Tsubaki, I don't even get me started on Tsubaki. Apparently, she's a traitor. I mean, does she even have a truth, or is she just here for the fun of it? Like, who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I really enjoyed the motive. I think it was the best motive so far. It wasn't something that affected. I really like motives like this where everyone gets their own sort of task slash punishment, and if they don't complete it, um then I'll get severely punished. I really enjoy these types of motives, like Danganronpa Antebellum Chapter 2, this one. I just really enjoy them. They're really fun. And Secrets. Secrets is another one where you get someone on a secret. Yeah, it's a common one, but it's a favorite. So I really enjoyed the motive, and I like seeing people trying to figure out how to complete their task. I really enjoyed getting the trailer of Ryu, seeing how he trusts us and how he feels now. I think the protagonist swap is a bit. I'd have to leave it on. I have to think about it. It depends how long a Ryu for. If for Ryu for the rest of the game, I'm like, if a Ryu for chapter 4 only, I'm still a bit. But if we switch back to Hikari at some point soon, then I think it's an okay swap just to see his perspective. Maybe we can do a trial as Ryu. I'm not sure. It just feels a little odd to get out of Hikari for now at this pivotal moment of her character, and I wonder how we're going to help her. Or maybe she won't get help. She'll be the victim now that she's not the protagonist anymore. She doesn't have any plot armor anymore, so I guess she's free pickings for the kill. Go for it, guys. Yeah, yeah. That's. I think I think some of it was a little bit contrived, like stabbing her, it randomly not working, poisoning her, Colette getting the wrong flower because Ryu snuck in and she didn't look at the rose. I'm guessing, and Shuki got the rose and she just didn't look, I guess. Given the poison to Maui, the poison not working because she got the wrong flower, then down for the body modifications. That's like a bit contrived from our liking. It's like, did we really do all of this? If a little, just stab her again somewhere else. Like I feel like stab her in the heart. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, let's stab her in the stomach. Don't do anything. Then wait 24 hours to give her poison, and then 24 hours after that, the poison. She died from the body modifications, which we don't even know how they work. I'm not sure if the body modifications, if I'm right about the loop in alternate realities and the stabbing her at midnight is what caused it, or if I feel like the midnight thing has to be important because getting stabbed at midnight, then dying 2 days later at midnight, that has to be something. It just felt a little bit contrived, but overall, I enjoyed it. I think it was my favorite trial so far, especially the post trial. That was great, fun for someone to die, and even though we voted for Chuki to be the executionee, Colette jumped in and got executed by Dia's own will. Dia just sat there and was like, if one of them dies, I'll be happy. And so Colette died, and now Shuki's traumatized for the rest of her life. Whether that be for 60 years or 2 days. We'll find the next chapter, I suppose. But yeah, overall, really good chapter. Liked it more than probably my favorite chapter so far. But with that said, I have none else left for you. I'll see you tomorrow. Actually, no, I won't see you. Well, I'm not sure what date. Actually, no, I did it on Friday. So let me just finish. I'm kind of a mess right now. Tomorrow, I'll upload the chapter 3 bonus content, and then afterwards, we'll start chapter 4 on the whatever the next Monday is. I was trying to keep track of the days, but I'm really bad at it. I think today might be a Friday, so we might be doing a chapter 1 again. Well, I do put another episode on Saturday, and we'll have the chapter 4 start on Monday. Whenever it is, I'll figure it out. Even if I have the days totally off, it's just tomorrow is just the chapter 3 bonus content. Next Monday is when we start chapter 4. Thank you for watching. I have nothing else for you to say. I'll see you whenever for the next episode of Jikoronpa. Bye bye.